Today, I'm going to show you how to create this 5x7 card using the Divine Roses stencil from Gina K Designs. Before I get into the card, I want to share with you a few of the other new products from the December 2025 release, starting with the Heart of the Forest stamp and coordinating die. These images are so adorable, and I cannot wait to color up that little squirrel. There's also the brand new Thankful Inside and Out. So these greetings are great for both the front of your card and the inside of the card. And there are coordinating dies for each of those sentiments. We have the Happily Ever After Wishes stamp and coordinating die. So if you are looking for sentiments for engagement or wedding, this set is going to be perfect for that. There's also the Blissful Blossoms, and this one has some larger and scripty sentiments, absolutely stunning, plus that beautiful bouquet image in the center. It's the perfect time to dig out your favorite coloring mediums. Then we have the Simplicity and Joy. This is a stamp set, coordinating stencil, and coordinating die. There are a few other things in the release, so be sure to head over to Gina K Designs to check the rest of the release out. When you spend $75 or more over at Gina K Designs, you have the option of picking your incentive. The first one was the String of Love, and then we have the Special Delivery. So you'll get to choose which one you like, but be sure to go in and get the coordinating die for those, as the stamp set is what is the freebie. What I'll be creating with today is the Divine Roses stencil. This is a four-piece layering stencil and it has a coordinating die. So I use that die to die cut it out twice using layering weight white cardstock, and then I'm going to layer the stencil over the top. So I do find it easier to have it die cut out first. I am using the double background grip mat to hold my cardstock in place, and I'm placing the first layer of the stencil over the top. And you always know which one is first because it has the most open area of the stencil. The first color that I'm going to start with is light cranberry. So it's going to give it that beautiful shade of pink. And also keep in mind that a lot of times it'll look darker when you first ink blend it, and then it'll dry back and lighten up. So I did just shift my stencil over, and I will be doing the second bouquet there right alongside of it. As I start to do some layering with my colors, I will do those separately. Now I brought in the second layer of the stencil. For this layer, which is going to add some beautiful detail to our flowers, I am using the medium cranberry, using a standard blending brush, starting in the center and just blending that color throughout the rest of the stencil. I didn't add any additional layering or stenciling to the flowers, as that did a beautiful job on its own. But for the leaves, I am going to step that up a little bit. So this is the first layer for the leaves. I'm coming in with key lime. I do want to mention to be really careful around some of those stenciled areas so that they don't shift on you like the veins of the leaves. So do go light handed. Now, still on that first layer of the stencil, I'm going to come in with grass green and just kind of graze over the top. I really love having key lime as kind of a base color. It just makes it pop a little bit more, in my opinion. So then I moved on to the second layer of the stencil. I started with that grass green, and then I'm going to come in with fresh asparagus and try and darken it up just a little bit. So I did do a little bit of that color layering on these layers of the stencil. I will clean the stencil off screen and repeat those exact steps for the second bouquet. I do find it helpful to use a mini blending brush for that last color that I added just to help control that a little bit more. And then here's a look at the last peel and reveal. Now, my idea for this card is to have a bouquet in each corner, and this is going to work best using a 5x7. I can get the most use out of those stencil design. So I have a piece of cardstock cut to 5x7. This is Dusty Rose cardstock. I thought it matched really well with the light cranberries. And I went ahead and die cut out a layering weight white panel of cardstock using Master Layouts 17. That's going to give me a nice border of that dusty rose on the outside. I have some beautiful stitching detail, and then my bouquets fit in each corner nicely, leaving room in the center for the sentiment. I thought it would be really nice to use a wedding sentiment because that seems to be the card that I need at the last minute. And so I am using the Blissful Blossoms stamp set for the sentiment that says on your wedding day. Beautiful scripty font, and it's big enough to kind of fill in the center of my bouquets. So I'm stamping that in black ink. I die cut that out using the coordinating die, and I also die cut it out two more times using the cardstock. And I'm going to layer these together using my Connect glue, the matte version that I have in a fine tip bottle. And I used a little bit of washi tape to identify that that fine tip bottle has the matte glue in it because I do have one that has the original glue. I also die cut out an extra layer for each of my corner bouquets just to add that stability to each one of them. Now, this is how my card is looking, but I wanted to add a little bit of extra detail to the background. I love doing splatters, but I wanted to have a little more control over it. So I found the splatter stamp from the Thoughtful Flowers stamp set. I just put it on a comfort block, picked it up with some black ink, and I'm using my bouquet as a guide. I didn't want it to overpower the design. I just kind of wanted that black splatter sticking out as a decorative element. So when I finish stamping, it's not going to look the greatest on that white cardstock, but once we put our flowers over the top, it's going to all come together nicely. I added my 5x7 Dusty Rose cardstock panel to a 5x7 card base, and then I added my splattered background to that using some thin foam tape. And then for each of the corner bouquets, I did add some foam tape to that as well. So this isn't super thick foam tape, it's just enough to give it a little dimension. Plus, it's a 5x7 card, so I felt like it needed to, I don't want to say have more bulk, but I just needed a little bit more to it. And this is something I would most likely hand deliver at the actual wedding. So I'm okay adding a little bit of bulk to it. I added some small foam squares. These are from Gina K Designs. I added that to the center of my sentiment, put liquid glue on the edges, and then attached that sentiment right in the center. The Divine Roses is a beautiful stencil set that would look good on an A2 size card, but it really fills out a 5x7 card nicely. If you're interested in any of the supplies that I used today, they will be linked down below in the video description and over on my blog. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you back here real soon. Here is another video that I think you might enjoy.